Hello there. Let's see. I gotta collect my thoughts to explain this in a rational and orderly manner. There's not really anything different about my quad physically since the last time that you saw a video, but what I did do in the meantime was configure it in clean flight. Now, what I did was I actually flashed it with Betaflight via clean flight. And how I did that was to follow the instructions of Chris, who is the owner of Armattan quads. And there is a tutorial section on the website. And there is a video which actually details the setup instructions and etc. for the F1 flight controller. I highly recommend that everybody go there if you are building the same quad with the same everything. Just do that. It's just going to be way easier for you. I will provide a link in the description of this video to do that. So as you can see, I had my little window with Chris talking. Let's see if we can still hear him here.
Until it's good again, and then you'll have it pretty much tuned well there.
Yeah, that's right. So I had that opened and I was going through clean flight. Betaflight just, it loads differently. Well, it's a different program, but it actually uses clean flight. So really after you load it and you go through the settings and setting it up, there's not really going to be any major difference except for some of the options, which really have nothing to do with how to set it up. But they have different functions. Anyways, I don't need to go into that. So please go to the Armattan website. Like I said, I'll provide a link in the description of this video. So what I did was I went in and I configured the board correctly. So it's, I had to rotate it 270 degrees like Chris said. Anyways, basically I just followed his instructions. I adjusted the PIDs to what he recommended, and the rates I went to, I think 35 pitch ailerons and roll. Yeah, and yaw, I think I went 65. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyways, everyone's different. So set them to your appropriate ability. I'm assuming that most of the people using this model probably isn't their first quad, so you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if you were here during that, I tried to initiate the motors to make sure that everything was spinning correctly, and they wouldn't spin, and I was like freaking out. I'm like, okay, it's all, whatever, but I hadn't connected the battery, so I felt kind of silly of trying to spool up the motors with the sliders without doing that. So let's do that. I haven't done it yet. This is actually the first time. So what we're going to see, actually, if you go into clean flight, you'll see this is motor 1, this is motor 2, this is motor 3, this is motor 4. Should spin this way, should spin this way, should spin this way, and should spin this way. That's what I'm looking for. Now, if I did my guesswork, I'm 50-50. Everything's wired up. 2 of the motors are wired differently than the other 2. So if everything's good to go, I should be able to just put this slap this thing together, get the receiver wires on, go flying. If not, worst case scenario, I'm going to have to unsolder everything, disconnect, and switch those motors around. Anyways, that's 50-50. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to connect this for the first time. This will be the first time that I've connected this to the quad with everything attached, like with the flight controller, everything. First time. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh, I like it. Okay, so far so good. No smoke. I have to watch that carefully. If suddenly I drop the phone and start freaking out, it's because I see smoke. But it all looks good. So let's move to the, plug it in here. See what happens. This is the kind of like the moment of truth. Let's see here. Got to connect. Okay, just move it a little around. Yeah, she's all good. Now we'll go to motors. Motors. Where's the motors tab? GPS. Motors. Okay, as you can see. If you're at this point and you have propellers on your quad, take them off now, please. I don't have any, so there we go. So motor 1 is going to be this motor, and I want it to spin in a counterclockwise direction. So I will take the slider, and I will do so. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I'll be able to. This is so exciting. Here we go. Oh, it spun the right way. I'm so impressed. Okay, that's one down. Let's go to motor 2. Motor 2. Now motor 2 is supposed to spin this way. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, you know what? Maybe. No. Oh, let me just double check one again. It's supposed to spin this way, yeah? This way. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to take this whole bloody thing apart and switch the motors around. That's too bad. Oh well, it was 50-50. I'm not a gambling man, so I kind of not really surprised because I never win anything. Anyways, so there you go. So all I'll have to do is switch those motors around. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll probably post another video on iPhone.